Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to be taking an interlude. We're going to do the Tangle interlude from Patricia Cosiano. Now, if you follow every day, yesterday's was a little heavy-ish, and a couple days ago, we had another one that was on the difficult side. Uh, so I thought, I was on purpose looking for something. Okay, let's get something nice and easy and neat looking and all of that. And this one fits the bill. All right, and I like the name too. All right, so this is a border tangle, and start off with a. Oh, how far do I want to go? I'm gonna go right down here. A nice curve line, and then underneath it, kind of from the middle ish, a curve line going the other direction, leaving that gap, and you just continue to do it. Blah. There we go. Until you've reached the end of wherever you're using it. Then, and let me come out from this side here. Then, we're going to aura it. And really, getting the contour, it's just like a giant scallop. More curve lines, one right after another. I'm turning my towel so it's easy, so I can see what I'm doing. Usually, I like to use the curve of my hand, and sometimes, especially with curve lines like this, I run into the challenge of, okay, do I want to see clearly what I'm auraing, or do I want to use the natural curve of my hand? Usually, seeing what I'm doing wins out. So this is essentially it, except you can play with it then. So I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's do a double aura, because you could just leave it like that and do some shading. And I gave some shading ideas in my version of the step outs, and those are located in the description section. Also, a couple ways to play with it, as well as did Patricia. She gave a couple ways to play with it, and then of course when you go to the link, the for more inspiration link, Linda Farmer, she does her little thumbnail, and that's an additional ideas. And I might use what Linda did just a little bit because I kind of liked it. And so it's neat, but it depends on what you're looking for. If you need to have extra contrast, then I would suggest, well, there's a couple things you can do. One is you could put orbs in there. You could fill it in. I really like the lines that I did. I'm going to do something different because I had this thought and I didn't do it. I started doing just regular lines, but sometimes it's nice to have something that has a little contrast. So I'm going to do these lines, but I'm making them farther apart than I did in my version of the step out because I have another idea that goes right along with it. And I apologize. I should have been looking before. I try to have this thing set. I hope my hand wasn't in the way. It might have been, and I apologize for that. I mean to check that every time I sit down, and sometimes I just think, oh, I haven't touched the camera, so it should still all be good. Should. All right. Excuse me. And that has a neat look, just all in and of itself. But here's where I was thinking is I'm going to fill in every other one, so kind of like a Knight's Bridge variation. And actually, let me switch pens here. But you could do anything you want. You don't have to stop at two auras. If you like the aura look, You could do 3 oars. You could or to the end of the page if you want, but that's of course completely up to you. This is almost a little too thick. There we go. I'll just do it a little sloppy and then I'll touch it up. But see, that has a neat look to it. Whatever you do on this, outside, if you even choose to do anything on the outside, you might just like it the way it is. And just be done with that. All right, let's see. Oh, I made my lines a little narrower here. Okay, we'll start here. And then I will show some shading, but while I'm doing this, make sure you check out the description section because I have lots of information there. I already mentioned that the links to the step outs are there. I have ways to connect with me, so if you enjoy my style and maybe you want to take some classes, those are listed on my website. Or you can come check out our Facebook group. We have a wonderful community that has developed over the last few years. Absolutely amazing. And I have a link to that there as well as and my Facebook page, so you can follow me, and then you'll get alerted to when I post classes. That looks neat. I'm going to touch it up though with the O1. So if you're interested in stuff like that, come and join us. We have a lot of fun. A lot of the classes I do are free on Thursdays, and usually I don't have a challenge this week. At the time of this recording, I have a challenge this Thursday, but I've moved the PM session of Tangle Time over to Friday. So I never cancel. We just move it because we all have to have our fix. But would love to have you join us. Like I said, I have some that are paid. Most are free. The Thursday Tangle Time are free. So come check us out. We have a lot of fun. All right. Now, I think this one, because I think I liked it best this way. So a couple ways you can shade it. One thing I did on my version of this step out is I shaded it like on the underside of these curve lines. So on the underside of these and then the other side. And that has a neat look. But I'm going to do it on these. Could even be, there's so many options. Sometimes that's the problem with this, right? Is that there's so many options that it can get overwhelming. And so sometimes you just have to, this is me, I have to just say, just hush, me telling me, and just do something. so, and after telling myself that so many times, I get I start listening to myself before I even have to go there. Now, could have put this on the outside as well, or instead of, but that has a neat look. Oh, it kind of sinks it down, doesn't it? Like these are up, and this is like a little river dug into the paper. But we know really it's not, but it gives that illusion, doesn't it? So neat. Cute Tangle. Love having easy ones like this. Oh, and I had mentioned, I did like what Linda did here, and I'm just gonna add a little thickness to the end of each of these. Not real big, but that just kind of adds a little finishing touch. Hers were, was a little bit bigger, almost like it's kind of like makes it like a double fescue type look. But the difference that just doing something little like that, it's just so cool, just so cool. All right. Well, again, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click like, and if you liked it enough to see more, please subscribe. I appreciate that. Feel free to share, leave comments, all of that. I appreciate any and all of those activities, as it helps the algorithms know to share my videos, so that helps. I already mentioned the description section, so with that, thanks Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.